Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Transformers review. And I thought I'd dig out another one of my G2 Transformers, and this one is staxx, and he's classed as a Power Master, but not in the G1 line sort of style where you had a Power Master. He's classed as a Power Master because he's got a friction pull back and go feature, which still works okay. Obviously modelled on an American semi-truck cab, a little bit reminiscent of the modern Optimus Prime, to be quite honest. Now, I'm not going to sort of lie to anybody. This is possibly Hasbro's worst hour. He's along the lines of, say, some of the poorer G1 attempts at a Transformer, the likes of, say, like Cindersaw and those types, which I have got and I will get around to reviewing as well. But I thought I'd share this one with you. Now, he does, obviously he's made up quite a lot of gold plastic, and ironically he doesn't break, or seem to by the look of him, because he's still fine and sort of complete. But believe me when I say, when I transform him, you will be sort of almost disgusted with how bad he is. First of all, you take off the exhaust pipes, which become his weapons, which they're just about as plainly moulded as you could make a pair of guns. You know, there's nothing much to them, is there? Let's be honest. To transform him is simplicity itself. You swing up the sides, front wings and the front wheels of the lorry, like so. Lift up the section like so, and just flip it round. And unfortunately, that is it. That's his whole transformation. There is no arm articulation other than if you turn his whole upper body, and there literally is no other features. I suppose he will just about probably roll along. No, he won't even roll along in robot mode. He doesn't even want to do that, even though he should really. I'll try him again. No, he doesn't want to do it. So that's just going to show just how poor this figure is. You can put the guns in his fists, but to be quite honest, I don't know why you'd want to, because it makes him look even more ridiculous. He's got no discernible legs. It's almost like he's riding on, I don't know, an old people's electric buggy, something like that. The face detail, well, he's got a nose, I suppose, and that's about it. There's no mouth, there's hardly a discernible pair of eyes, anything like that. No real moulding detail. Out and out, this is possibly, and I'll put it up to discussion actually if anyone wants to offer up anything else they think's worse, but I think this is possibly one of the worst Transformers they've ever made. And that is such a shame, because the tailing off of like G1 and G2, they could have made things so much better. The technology surely was there to actually improve things, but to go from things like with the Shockwave I've just reviewed, to go from that to this is appalling, to be quite honest. I don't know if they had a change of management or change of staff at Hasbro, but this is a terrible figure. You ask why have I got it and why am I showing you it? Well, I wouldn't be a reviewer if I didn't show you the bad as well as the good. And why have I got it? Well, it's a good question really. I suppose just purely for the fact that it is one of the Transformers. I don't know. I mean, we're probably all guilty of holding on to something what we think's poor, but then it's still one of them, so you sort of buy it and you keep it. I suppose he's got his own little place somewhere in a dark corner of my collection. But that's about it. I'm really sort of like padding things out really, because if I just reviewed it purely on what you can do and his features, I'd have been finished about 3 minutes ago, and the review's probably only about 3 minutes. And that's staxx. Possibly the worst Decepticon going. Yeah, probably. Anyway, I shall see you again for another Transformers review, and I'll show you something better. All the best, see you again.